Okay, remember that they are changing my voice. Today is Thanksgiving, and I'd like to talk about what it means to be a liberal because people don't understand what it means still. When I say they don't understand it, I mean they don't appreciate it to the point where they be it. According to the dictionary definition, and not what people mistake for being a liberal is someone who is open to new ideas, who has a willingness to respect and accept behaviors other than their own, within reason. I can't stress that part enough, within reason. They're not going to jump into a meat grinder, so to speak, for no reason. They're not going to, light themselves on fire for no reason. They're willing to hear someone out and to use logic, reason, to use rational thought, to come to a logical conclusion. That is opposed to the idea of a conservative. And a conservative is someone who tries to conserve the existing conditions. So say the economy is tanking. The conservative wants to try to cut their losses and not come up with a new system, a new innovative idea in order to bring that economy into a better state. And that's why since about Reagan in the early 80s, this country really took a fall. Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden, and then it's going to be Trump again. Every one of these presidents came from a school of thinking that was most accurately described as conservative. Some were Democrats, some were Republicans, but their thinking was conservative. They sought to maintain the status quo. They sought to preserve the existing corporate paradigm and the existing system of trickle-down economics. They didn't present a sound war on poverty plan publicly. They didn't say, hey, we need these wealth taxes here and this cost-effective spending plan. Instead, they came up with individual things, like the infrastructure plan, like Obamacare, like Trump's tariffs, and his tax cuts for the rich. They did not come up with a sound and wholesome plan to end homelessness, to build lots of rehabs, to get people the treatment they need in a way that is not oppressive, as people who work for the state love to abuse their power in mental health, in law enforcement, in the prison system, the Department of Corrections, what have you. So as they did not present a sound and sane plan, they were basically the enemies of humanity, especially the American people. No offense to anybody. Let me give you an example. If America was at war and they saw that they were running out of bullets, and they had plenty of resources to make bullets, and they're waging a war, and the president and the government didn't respond by simply manufacturing more bullets, they would be working against the military in that situation. And they didn't present a single logical reason why they weren't going to manufacture more bullets. It would be dumb as hell, right? And so it is with the absence of a sound and wholesome war on poverty plan that is presented publicly. That goes beyond just a blanket statement like, a 28% capital gains tax. How will it be spent? Beyond just building 3 million homes. For who? And what about rehabs? What about the homeless? What about food programs? It goes beyond Donald Trump's arguments as well. More tax cuts for the rich? More tariffs to piss off people and to raise the price of goods? If it is not going to cause more inflation or more financial distress from the American people, you need to explain exactly why. And when you don't, you are like terrorizing the American people because they know hard times are coming. Some know that their family members are probably going to be deported, or at least you made it so they think that they know. So they're in a state of terror. They're feeling very apprehensive. They know that they're in a precarious position, and you offer them no peace of mind. You offer them no sound plan. But I have, and I have consistently now. When I presented my plan first in 2021, okay, it was after years of insisting that people be more charitable. In 2009, I said you need to tell the truth about history so people know who they are, and not some kind of, crazy person's conception of what history was, but the logical and obvious form of history since at least 3200 BC in ancient Egypt. I said you need to tell them the truth and apologize to them, and it was implied that you need to help them get on their feet, right? Mere lip service is not good enough. And the videos I made after that, I talked about how anyone who sins is a devil. Anyone who sins is of the devil. That's what it says in 1 John. I gave you a sound way out of your miserable state. Time and time again since I first started making videos in 2009. And today is Thanksgiving in 2024, and they still have not heeded my advice.